In this video, we're gonna talk about Terraform. First, I'm gonna explain to you what's Terraform and what's used for. Then we're gonna look on Terraform Architecture. We also gonna see the Terraform command as well an example for Terraform configuration file. And we will finish with a demo to learn better how Terraform works. After which you will have a good overview and understanding how actually Terraform does his job. So first of all, what's Terraform? Terraform is a tool for building, changing, and versioning infrastructure safely and efficiently. It's an infrastructure as a code tool that automate and manage your infrastructure, your cloud platform, and the service that run on that platform. It's open source and use declarative language, meaning you don't have to define every step of how this automation and management is done. Just declare how you want the final result and Terraform will execute it. What's Terraform used for? It's used to create and change the infrastructure and make adjustment very easily. Also replicating the infrastructure in new environment and automate the replication through Terraform code, or duplicate the same infrastructure using the same Terraform code used in other environment setup. Terraform has two main components that make up the architecture. The first one is Terraform core. The core uses two input sources in order to do its job. It takes Terraform configuration created by the user in where he defined what needed to be provisioned or created, and the second one is Terraform state, where Terraform keeps the up-to-date state, that means the current setup of the infrastructure. So what core then does, it takes this input and it figures out the plan of what needed to be done. So it compares the current state to the configuration you desire, and when it sees there is a difference, it figures out what needed to be done to get that desired state in the configuration file. And the second component are provider for specific technology. It could be cloud provider like AWS or other infrastructure as a service platform. Also providers for high-level component like Kubernetes or other platform as a service tool, even some software as a service tool. It gives you possibility to create stuff on different level. Terraform has over 100 provider and each provider gives Terraform user access to its resources. So once the core created, the execution plan based on the two input, the configuration file and the state, that then use the provider for specific technology to execute the plan. Create the Terraform configuration file that defines your desired infrastructure. Now, how you make Terraform taking actions. So Terraform has command you can execute to go through different setup. The first command is init. With this command, you prepare the current working directory containing Terraform configuration file. Also the refresh. With this command, Terraform will query the infrastructure provider to get the updated state. Then we have plan. It means what Terraform need to do in order to achieve the desired state that you defined in the Terraform configuration file. So if it is initial setup, it figures out what needed to be created to achieve the desired setup. If it is an update, it compares the existing setup with the new desired state and figure out what changes needed to be made. After that, we have apply. So with apply, you can execute the plan. If you want to execute the configuration file, you just have to execute the apply command. And the last command is destroy. It destroys the whole setup, removing elements and cleaning up all the resources that were created. This is an example how Terraform configuration looks like, where you see AWS provider is configured. Also, we have an AWS resource, an S3 bucket. You can create that with some attribute. Basically, you define what you want as a resource of certain provider, then you define its attribute, and that's what Terraform will create for you. In this demo, I'm just going to go through a few quick steps of getting started with Terraform. I'm gonna show you how to install Terraform, authenticate with AWS provider. I'm gonna create the configuration file, then I'll actually go and provision an S3 bucket on AWS using that configuration. And finally, we're gonna look for the command init plan apply and destroy. If you Google for install Terraform, it will take you to the documentation. Let's go here. They got different options. Also, I have installed the AWS command line. Just Google for AWS CLI. Go to this website and you're gonna find the different option to install it on your operating system. The next thing is authenticating to AWS. I'm created an IAM user and given it the exact set of IAM roles that are needed to perform the different action that I'm doing. If you want to learn how to create this user, just go to my video how to create IAM user in AWS. Now we're gonna run the AWS configure command, and that will allow us to pass in three things: access key, the secret access key, and the region that correspond to the IAM user created. Now we have installed Terraform and we are authenticate to AWS. We have to create our Terraform file, which are the main.tf, the provider.tf, the terraform.tf vars, and the vars.tf. Then we're gonna create the S3 bucket where we're gonna store our state. We go to create bucket. The bucket name gonna be Terraform state demo. We click create bucket. It's already exists, so we're gonna add -AWS and we're gonna create the bucket. Now the bucket is created, so we go back to our code. We're gonna go to the provider.tf. In the provider file, we're gonna specify our Terraform version. which is 1.3.3. You can check that by typing Terraform --version. We type backend, which is S3. In this S3 bucket, we're gonna store the stage. This bucket are created previously. We're gonna add the key. Which is S3. .tf state and the region. Also in here, we're gonna define a default region for the AWS provider. The name of the region gonna be in the var variable. And in the main file, we specify the resource which is an S3 bucket. That I'm naming it. Demo underscore bucket underscore Terraform. In which we're gonna specify the bucket name, that we're gonna put it in the vars.tf file, and the tags. The same, we're gonna put the tag's name in the vars.tf files. In vars.tf, we're gonna specify the variable type, we start with the region. The type gonna be string. Then the second variable, which is demo underscore bucket underscore Terraform underscore name. Same, the type gonna be a string. Then the last variable, which is the tags, that will take the type any. And in this file terraform.tf vars, we're gonna specify the variable values. The region gonna be US -east -2. The demo underscore bucket underscore terraform underscore name. We're gonna take the value demo underscore bucket underscore terraform, and for the tags variable, it will take the name, also the environment. It's gonna be the dev environment. Now we're gonna initiate the Terraform directory by typing terraform init. Gonna wait a little bit. Just a few seconds. Okay, it's going. After the initialization of the backend, we're gonna type Terraform plan to execute our plan. Then to apply that plan, we have to type Terraform apply. Enter the value yes. We get this error because it only take character and hyphen. So we're gonna change that. And we're gonna try again, Terraform apply. Gonna type yes. Again, we get another error that tell us that the bucket name already exists. So we add test to the bucket name, and we try again by typing Terraform apply. We enter the value yes. The bucket is creating, and we have one resource added. If we refresh the page, we're gonna see our bucket created, demo bucket Terraform test. Now to delete the environment, we have to type Terraform destroy. This will remove all the resources created in this environment. We enter the value yes. This is the resource created. Now the resource is destroyed. I hope my video gave you a good overview about Terraform. Thank you for watching.